Alright, there we go. F5, that bad boy. There we go. Yeah. Again, this is the problem with OBS and Twitch right now. So if the Twitch server goes down, for some reason when you reconnect, your IP is audio is fucked, right? I don't know why it is. So you have to then kill the server, which is just bonkers, man. Or you've got to kill your connection to the Twitch. Such a bonkers thing. Let's see here, so I'm not getting targeted. We'll do this. Actually, what is today? It's 18, right? And this will be part 1. Fun games, eh? I can't wait till Twitch and OBS sort this fucking shit out, because it's been going on for ages. So stupid. Let's have a look what we're at now. Damn! We're at 1200, guys. Only 300 to go. 300 to go, guys, until we've got the goal 2 completed, which is to be able to purchase the wee pup. Nah, it's nothing to do with my internet, that is literally a Twitch server, because if I don't 30k from the game, there's nothing wrong with my internet. It's just literally, Twitch is so scuffed these past few weeks. Especially with their, what's it called? Con has caused major issues. Yeah, Luna passed away 2 weeks today. We had to put her down sketch. And Nova is degrading pretty hard. You were just joking? Okay, I can totally read a joke without any interaction on that one. You know, the first thing you say is, oh, CIG hacked your internet. Alright, okay, I did. Thank you, Sketch. Again, it's a sad thing, but as we're trying to raise money for Nova's new friend, because with dogs, especially pack dogs, they have major issues when they have loss. They don't understand why the individual is not coming back, so they go into like a depressive down state. So my recommendation obviously is somebody who works in behavior of canines. Dogs only remember like 4 to 10 seconds. That's how long they can store like memories and stuff like that. But they get rid of this information because they don't store it like we do as humans. Because obviously smells and stuff take up all that space. But they do remember, like if they've spent a long time with that dog, they have the instinct of where the dog is, who the dog is, yeah. And when that dog is gone, they don't understand the concept of death or time, so they basically just lie down and get mopey, waiting for that thing that's in their life to come back. So the harsh way of looking at it, we have to get Nix, which is, we're picking up Nix on Saturday, to replace the memories of Luna with Nix for Nova. And again, that sounds really bad, but for dogs, this is what they do, right? Because if they don't have new information coming into their head, for example, wolves in the wild, when their partner dies, they just lie down and just fucking pretty much die and wither away, or they have something to do. So, say for example, you have a male and a female, and the female dies, the male, if it's really, really strongly bond, will just lie down beside the corpse and just fucking die. It won't do anything. If the female had pups, and the male died, the female then travels to try and find safety and all that jazz, find another pack. It's a weird way of it where they have it where they either get super depressed, and it's the same for dogs, where if they've got the strong bond, you know, Nova's starting to eat less, you know what I mean? He's very depressed. He loves going out on the walks, but when he's in the house, he doesn't have his bud to be with. When he goes outside into the garden, he doesn't have like the adventures of, oh, she's going over into this area, I'm going to go and check on it. You know what I mean? He's got that routine has been in his head for 5 years. So when we get Nix, obviously Nix is obviously not going to be able to walk on the same walks as me and Nova, but he'll have his bud or a bud in the house to interact with, and that will change the way of memories and stuff like that. And that's why we're raising the money for Nova, because unfortunately Luna's stuff cleaned me out. It was so expensive for the scans, the tests, the drugs, and then to put her down was ridiculously expensive. And then to get her cremated, like, they were like, oh, we'll cremate her alongside other dogs. And I'm like, right. And they were like, that's a lot less, or you pay this amount and she'll get her own private cremation. I'm like, fucking hell, like, just to not have her ashes tainted with other ones, you know what I mean? It's crazy pricing. So, yeah, we've got her back. We got her back on Saturday. She was back in the house. Obviously, she's in an urn and stuff, you know. It is scams, yeah. It's crazy. But we're literally like 300 away from hitting goal 2 on Nix. So the community hit the reserve, which is amazing. Nix is a very expensive puppy. It comes into where it's around about 1,300 for Nix, but it's £100 each way for me to travel to collect and do that kind of stuff. So that was what the 1,500 was. That it literally reserves purchases at 1,500. I put down the extra goals 3 and 4 just in case, you know, whatever happened. But I think if we can hit goal 2. And once the money's transferred over, I'm going to just close this down and I'll find another way to do 3 and 4. Because obviously everyone is in a hard situation right now. You know, there's also been other giveaway, GoFundMes. You know, we did the one for, it wasn't really a GoFundMe, but we had Cutlet this year. We've had Galifear as well, and other people like Hold Fast Homie to try and help out and stuff. So I understand like people will be reluctant to spend any money right now, especially for a dog, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like a streamer needing hardware, it's trying to get a friend for another dog, basically. People are quite like, yeah, you know what, I don't need to do anything for this kind of thing, and I fully understand that, right? That's not true of mine. He'll remember where a ball he tried to steal from another dog was ours sometimes. We'll go back to a similar but not on the same route on the walk, and he'll run several hundred meters to go looking for the ball he's stolen. I've made him give it back or our stolen stuff. That's location memory, dude. That's not what I'm talking about, Sketch. Alright? That's a location memory. Actually, he doesn't remember at all where the ball is. He knows that there is an item out there, but he doesn't actually know the location. He follows the memory of smell. That's it. Again, people confuse how animals actually work with like, oh no, he totally remembers. No, it's instinct kicks in that there is a certain thing in this location that is recorded in the mind. He doesn't actually know there is a ball in that location. Dogs don't have that processing power. Their brains are far too small to be able to do that. It's an instinct on smell that's been recorded. Because again, dogs don't know locations. They only have the record of it. Like, you can basically take a dog down a walk and then come back a week later, do the exact same walk. It doesn't even remember it was there originally. It's only if it stores a certain information into the head. It's too much sharding, yeah, Veshkan, yeah. But yeah, with Nyx it should hopefully sort Nova out. Obviously he eats. You know, he's not in a full bad depressive state. He's very mopey, he's very lost. Dogs don't understand the concept of death, he just thinks she's gone away. They also don't understand the concept of time, so he just sits and, you know what I mean, like, you can leave the house for 10 minutes or you can leave the house for an hour. The dog doesn't know the difference between the two. The moment, all it knows is that you've left the area, and that's it. That's why some dogs really panic hardcore at the beginning, and then like 30 minutes later, they're totally chill. And it's the same thing with other dogs, where like they basically will be like, all right, you're just leaving the house, and then they start to go, okay, you know, I've been lying here, I've had a snooze, nobody's in the house, where did they go? They've forgotten that you've actually left the house. And then they have the panic. And then you can get some dogs that just don't give a shit because they're very independent. Again, dude, he doesn't know the pub. You know what I mean? It smells an instinct. That's it. Again, the dog knows a location from smell. He knows that when you get there, there's a strong density of urine and spraying from other animals. And when he goes in there, there's other dogs, right? That's the free compounds that are stored in the brain. It's not there's a pub full of fucking things. That's all it is in the dog's mind, you know? Like, again, you think your dog is different to other dogs? It's not, dude. It's not different to other dogs. It's just you're looking at things from a human point of view and not an instinct point of view. It's the same with like spiders, where they don't ever sleep. They don't close their eyes, they don't go to sleep because instinct just requires them to stay awake 24/7 throughout their whole life. It's the same with dogs, where they don't know exact things. It's just literally compounds and smell and recording things. Recording things of importance, because again, like I said, they have a 4 to 10 second memory lock, where if it's not important, they don't fill up the information like we do. You know what I mean? You can drive to work and remember that driving to work was boring that day. A dog doesn't do that at all. Most animals don't, because of the way their brains are designed. And memory games with dogs is because somebody does it repetition, 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 repetition. It's the same with telling your dog to sit. You don't just say sit the first time and it fucking works it out, you know what I mean, when you first get a dog. Unless it's been trained by somebody else. These are all repetition memory games, you know? I've known other dogs who behaved in similar ways. Again, dude, I'm explaining it to you completely. It is just literally, it's not storing the information that you think it's storing. With brains are complicated? They're actually not very complicated. They're very actually easy to understand. Again, animals do not store the same information as humans do because they see it as irrelevant information. They only store things of repetition. So when you train a dog to sit, it's a repetition that you've programmed into it. You don't just go sit or lie down and then you go away and you come back and it remembers it. It doesn't work that way the first time. Same with horses and stuff. You have to repetition and push it in. It's the same when you go to certain locations. So the pub and stuff like that is literally a location has been remembered, smells are locked in, and knows that there will be plenty of other things there. That's it. But it's not like, oh, I'm going to the fucking pub to see other dogs. That's what I'm talking about. Again, brain solving or problem solving is I'm not getting into this, dude. Alright? Again, there's a huge factor in what I'm talking about to what people are saying, right? Where are you? Ooh, there we go. We're talking about memory storage. We're not talking about solving problems on the fly because of intelligence. That's a completely different part of the brain. We're talking about memory storage. And dogs do not store the same information that humans do. It's the same as elephants don't store the same information size as like... Oh... Shit. That was a very bad time to crash. Very bad time to crash. We might be able to pull this off. Probably in prison. SE has less memory. It's got memory leaks, that's for sure. They have neuroscientists from time to time. Very interesting. Oh, why would they have neuroscientists? Is that to just give information? Like if they've got a certain topic or something like that. Oof, here. Recover memory towers? Nice, nice. You just do this. I'm gonna swap server. If we're back at Grimhex. I got a feeling we're gonna be in prison though. Most people these days have call to arms, so all I need to do is crash at somebody's location and I go to prison. Oh shit. Oh no, we did die. We crashed into the ground and we've respawned. Alright, okay. Time to fucking do some server changing then. Well, that was lucky, I suppose. Thank God we didn't get attacked by somebody. This is where, again, the moment they get rid of all these fucking crashing to desktop things and 30Ks, I'll be so happy, right? Nothing worse than going into a PvP environment and the fucking game just crashed dead. So if you lose your internet, you know what I mean, you can't really complain about that, but I hate the other day there when we were in a PvP fight. And the moment I engaged on the Gladius and the Vanguard at the same time, the game crashed and we went to jail. It fucking sucks when that happens. We have 30k protection, we need crash protection now. Nah, I don't think they would be able to do that. 30k, they just need to... Ah, man. It's weird, right? I get less crash, like the moment that they start fucking around with like Evil Catty and stuff like that, that's when I get crashes way more. No, lost connection protection, there's no point, you know what I mean? The game shouldn't be crashing to desktop, that's just a fucking given, right? Should not be crashing to desktop. If you lose your internet and 30k in the future, you're gonna never know that you 30k'd, right? Yeah, doing well, Sam Gross. How you doing, Chief?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Arrow. We're on 3.17.3, but we're about to get 3.17.4 for IE in November, and then possibly 3.18 in December. I said this, right? I said it was going to be last like 2 weeks of December is when we're going to get 3.18. Fucking cold on that one, like. And that might just only be PTU. We might not get live until next year. Yeah. I knew it was gonna happen though, dude. I knew we were gonna get it pushed all the way back to December. Yeah, whatever, it gives other departments more time. So if PES is causing an issue, you have to look at all the other stuff, right? So salvaging all these things gets worked on more. We might see it where it's just PES holding everything back, and by the time we actually get it, it'll be good, you know? Nah, I fucking hate Razer M50 and stuff like that in Atmosphere. They're so shit. But we'll see what happens when they go to the new system. Small hangar for a Saber? Yeah, it's the economy class size, you know? Backend servers are probably melting with Evo 318 up. The thing is though, they don't put 318 up all the time for Evo Cate. They bring it up for certain things and then they put it down. But yeah, you're right. The moment they start fucking around with servers like PTU, Evo Cate, even if they're not running, for some reason it has a knock-on effect where live just gets shat on. And I don't understand why that would be the case, right? Because it's on Amazon whatever system, right? Like, why would these ever affect our things? So the only thing I can think of is that EvoCati PTU is connected to our database somehow on live. And when they go up and down, it causes like an effect or something like that, you know? Any update to Atmosphere Flight? No, we're not going to see anything change, guys, until next year for 4.0. And then, like I said, the nearest you're going to get to 4.0 experience will be like Hurston flying, just without the drag. Okay, and that will be your space art combat. A lot of people are speculating, a lot of people are making up so much fucking shit, it's not even funny. The only advice I would give to people is literally go and fly around Hurston Microtech in your favorite ship, and that will give you sort of like the idea of how speed will be in 4.0, just without drag. So when you're able to do like 300 meters a second, you know, that's the best way, because again, in Atmosphere it's more about pushing forward than your side strafes, because it just doesn't work that way, right? This Robert says patches will improve in quality. I take his word like a holy grail. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do as well, dude. But again, everything is speculation. You know, you've got podcasts here. There was one where it was the racing dude, thingy bob. The racing guy that's been ranting about, I can't remember his name, and you had Avenger 1 on Tomatoes 1, and again, it's all this, right? And this is all that anyone can do in Star Citizen, but it's just literally three people speculating, theory crafting, and it's so pointless, because CIG will change things from now till when we actually get it, and everyone's just looking at it from that it's just the flight model will change, or how ships behave and stuff like that, and they've literally said it's how ships will fly, speeds are all changing, everything like that, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be flying around doing this in my ship, and it's like, yeah, well if they change the way your speed is, no you won't be, it'll be completely different, you know? Nothing is set in stone for alphas, yeah, so I basically tune into these sort of things, I look at them and I'm just like, fucking hell, what a waste of time, man. Yeah, these vids are to get views, that's it, you know? Because again, it's just literally 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 6, however many it is, just talking out of their asses. Because none of them know. None of them know, you know what I mean? It's the same as, like, I hope nobody takes the information I say seriously. Because it's just literally from what I've grasped in the videos and what Yogi has said to people and stuff like that, and that's it, right? I literally don't give a fuck, just long as we actually get a change. But it's crazy how many people just have zero idea about this game. And they only look at it what we currently have right now. Everyone is so short-sighted, it's unbelievable. At least we don't need to download the entire game. No, that's very true, yeah. Delta Patcher was a huge, huge thing when it came out. I don't watch anything on SE besides streamers like you and anything 6 push. Exactly, Hellfire, it's the best way to do it. You know, like, for me, I'll watch people, like, I'll click on, give them a view, give them a like and stuff like that to support them. But I'm so tired of the flappy gum fucking community, you know? Always just talking about the fucking game, like, oh, this is how it's gonna be. No, you don't have any fucking idea. If you did have an idea, then why are you not working for CIG and fucking helping to speed up the process? Because they're constantly looking for staff, right? Fucking backseat drivers all the fucking time in this Star Citizen community. It drives me nuts, man. History, you know, I said this, I think it was last year. I had a meeting with other partners on Twitch for a company where we would discuss things, you know, from our point of view with Twitch, and when we went around the table to say where we were, or where we were from, I was like, yeah, I play Star Citizen, I stream Star Citizen pretty much all day, and the first thing was a giggle and a snigger, I'm gonna watch with that word just in case it fucking says not Snickers, but when you laugh and kind of like, you know, whatever. I'm not going to say the word just in case it comes out incorrect, but I'm not being racist. I'm talking about when you're laughing and making jokes, that word. And they were like, oh yeah, that's the game where all of you just talk about the game, you don't actually play it. And I'm like, pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. You go to anyone, all it is just somebody fucking flapping their gums about, you know, all the game and stuff. Small laugh, yeah, that's it, yeah. I don't know how to say the word without it maybe coming across as saying the racist word, so I'm not gonna attempt to do it. Words are hard these days. Well, it's more like if somebody hears it differently and then starts reporting it. If you take the racist word, the N word, and you put an S on it, in the UK that means like somebody going tee hee hee kind of stuff. But obviously I was not wanting to come across like I'm actually saying the N word. So it's like when you talk about you guys in America call them, obviously, a word that can also be very racist. The little animals that have the sort of masks on. I'm trying, you know what I mean? Because I could say it's the ra word, but again, you know what I mean? Like, it might not come out correctly with my dialect or whatever. But that's a word that I always struggle to try and say on the internet because, yeah, Sal's got it. There you go, right? Because obviously the final part of that word can be termed as racist, but Americans call it, like, you've got the word and then the cat as well. In America, you guys call it. Yeah, mums, yeah. But obviously that's a very difficult word as a content creator to say as well, because if somebody doesn't understand what I'm talking about, or maybe just join in and they hear the last, you know, syllables, they're like, oh my god, DarkLaw's being super racist and stuff. Like, these are definitely, ooh, a Gion Scout coming right in. Cruising at some speed as well. Put this out on it. Let's see what it does, right? Oh, there's multiples. So we're gonna just chop through. Oh, what the fuck? Where did the scout go? Oh, the bug! Fuck. Is it gonna try and... It's going in, like. Whew. That fucking cartel bug is nasty, man. Oof, we've got some shit going on here. Crusader Inferno, Valkyrie, a crashed Cartual, a secondary Cartual, another one in the air, a Carrack coming in. Oof. Holy mother of gypsy, let's rack up 7 just in case. My god, I seem to have found a ship show. Why is that always at this location, right? Yeah, I know this. Again, there's just words as a content creator where you have to watch out on. Because people can report you just because it sounds like another word, you know. Especially as Scottish, where we have all these issues. Right, so there's a buggy driving around. We got people literally on dragonflies flying across the water. Let's kill this one. Never mind, it killed itself. That saves time. Man, if only there wasn't an armistice zone and I could just light this up right now. Shady operations. Yeah, it does look like another ship show, yeah. This is where I wish NPCs would spawn so they could shoot through the... Again, like, hard armistice has to go, right? This is fucking stupid. Blocking pads. All this stuff, man. Even if it is just a ship show, like, everyone here that's landed there, I would give props to, but there's no need for that, right? This one right here. Gonna stay local so we can see if any broadies spawn, but it looks like they've got like rover cars. I don't know, man. If the NPCs would spawn, I would just climb into every ship and they would turn red. I was half tempted to try that shore main, yeah, I was. Trash bandits, yeah. That's actually a good thing. I need to remember that, so. Trash bandits. Because obviously you guys in America have the ability to say that stuff, but for me in the UK, no. Right! We got a ship here. What the fuck is going on? There's so many... An eclipse? What the fuck? Why are you trying to land, man? Oh, this fucking armistice zone shit! If somebody attacks you, you should be able to shoot them in armistice zone. The fucking pussy brigade here, like... Yeah, leave that open, that's cool, dude. Fine. Let's just spin them around so they start crashing into each other. Exploding hits into BMS, chopping off limbs. What the fuck? Yeah, here we go, look at that. Blocking pads, that's cool guys. I'll literally spawn a vehicle and start ramming you off the pads. This fucking shit show, like... So annoying. Again, next year all of this goes, by the way. Where you're not gonna, I can literally light you up. There will be AA defenses I'll have to deal with, but I'll be able to kill people in this area. Or in a hard armistice zone. Because it's all gonna turn into like what it's like with a truck stop. And I can't wait. Funny looking guns, they're Quartlers, cannons. Quartler cannons. Do this actually, so I can see if any long distance is coming in. So stupid, man. Anyone got an 890 that I can borrow? We'll just play bulldozers. Running people open? Yeah, so would I, dude. So would I. Look at this, can't even detect it till Avenger Titan coming in. Oh, god damn it. This is where I need repeaters. Yeah, again, see, look at this. Just fucking straight, full speed, man. Then stop right at the armistice line. Ooh. More of them. And he won't be able to repair because of the eclipse landed there. It just gets so fuckery, man. Yeah, it's what I need, man, eh? It's what I need. This guy. Ugh, so jerky as well, like, what the fuck? Look at this shit. Holy fuck, at that pip. How the fuck are you meant to catch at that pip? Look at it. It's just fucking moving around like crazy. Okay, I'm gonna just do the missile trick. Let's drag him a bit away. Missile him, man. Oh my god, and he goes off radar as well. Oh, where the fuck is it, man? Literally disappeared. Oh, it's trying to repair again. Look at it. There. Fucking GG, eh? Power of 32, yeah. Well, that's gone in 4.0 as well, so we're good on that one, right? So stupid that you can do that shit. I can't wait for that change to come in. Oof. It's going to be beautiful. No more any of that crap. Test repairs, what? Start testing to repair two cannons. You'll fuck your weapons mums if you do that, dude. You'll fuck your weapons, dude. The moment you start equipping different weapons, it doesn't work in this game. I'm gonna go slow here. Just gonna fucking shoot down. We'll just play artillery mode. We definitely need to get somebody to start bulldozering the site though. Shaking like that? Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Cartol with its high G maneuver calculations in the game don't work, right? It's just dumb. But what are you gonna do? CIG created their own monster. People just use the flight to how it is. Inferno. Come on, Inferno. Fly away. Yeah, the cartel tried to, or the Origin tried to ram me there. This Origin tried to ram. Look at this shit, man. Oh, it's so funny. Now we got more of them, eh? Right, let's go, boys. Come on then. Come on then. You think you're fucking hard with your free little fleet. Come on. Out of the armistice zone. Spam your missiles. Come on. There we go, eh? Inferno's fucking shooting at 2K. Here's the missiles. Let's drag them up this way, boys. Let's play this off. Oh, these are size 3s. That's a cross section there. That's a bugged one. Let's go for 4 here. Alright. There's the Inferno, or the Titan. We'll go on this. Push this way. What have we got here? Right, that's who we want. We've got another stray here. Bring them down. Just roping them up a little bit, because we got, there's the 85X. Let's get on that one. Bring it down. Come on then, boys. Come on. Right. Let's go for this. Push this way. Spiral them in. Getting hit by ballistics, push this way. Go get that wee 85 off us. And try and drag the Inferno away a bit. Yes, the Inferno's just spitting rounds. Let's drop this. Get these missiles off, mate. Fuck's sake. I'm just getting absolutely spammed right now. We're down to 4 flares. Another target's coming in. We're just gonna have to play this a little bit safer here. Let them inject them all. That's an IR. We've got 4 decoys left, right? So all they're doing is firing out. We'll just keep strafing them around. There's like 4 or 5 people now, so this is funny. Again, still can't keep up with a Saber, right? What we got here? What's our easiest target? That's the Eclipse, right? The Eclipse is chasing after us. That was probably why. We had the Torps, right? That's who I want first. That's going to be a hard one to deal with. Hit on that. Cartual is hit. There's the 600, the Origin. We'll push this way. Still roping them up, right? There's the missiles. We need to go low. Keep dragging them. Inferno is there. We also got another one. We got 5 now. This is where I could use a fucking wingman. Like, we got 5 targets on us. We've only got 3 decoys. But we have dragged them away from location, right? So I just need to get in. If I had repeaters, I would be in such a much happier space right now. More missiles. That's the Eclipse. And we'll keep going this way. We're gonna get rid of this one. This one's not noticing. I'm not regenerating my afterburner for some reason. There we go, let's push. Oh, regen. Right. Diving down, we got the cartel here. Car2's running. They're gonna go and rearm. Let's turn around. Car2's off my back, so I need to try and find the next one, which is the origin here. Car2's on me. We've got to drag away just now. Let's drag them low. More missiles coming in here. I don't want to get near where they can bring in Eclipse. What's it called? Ballista. That's it. That's the word. Ballista. I'm gonna have to leave the site very soon because obviously they're rearming their missiles. We're playing Gravity. We got the Car2 behind us. What's our ammo count on this? We need to try and get this. Let's try and get the origin. Let's go vertical. Box free out on the origin. We're gonna do 2. Push on it now. Bring it down this way. Again, we're trying to drag away from any possible resistance. Or reinforcements, sorry. Right, this is who I want. What's that one? That's the Titan, right? Let's see if we can get on the Titan. Box free on the Titan. No connection there. Again, push away. I think we can go in for an engagement. Let's try and get the origin here. There we go, bust through. It's a little squirmy, that one. Again, this is the situation where I wish I had repeaters. If I had repeaters, I would be in a good situation right now. But I've got the fucking cannon build for memes, right? We also got another fast mover coming in here. We took some damage on the engine. Ooh, that's not good. Right. Fucking hell, we got loads on us, guys. Why am I never in this situation when I've got fucking repeaters, right? Because we would kill this stuff so fast. Yeah, we're gonna have to go. Right, time for us to leave. Because we've got the origin that's beaming. It's just poking, right? But we've got the Car2. Let's take it up. Let's drag them away. We're gonna have to go and repair rearm. Because obviously I only have one decoy. But we only need to go to a short hop to do this, right? Let's drag them up into the sky. Can't catch a fucking saber, it's too fast. I can move away from this one, that's fine. It's coming in behind us now. We're gonna dodge. There we go. Dodged. They're 6k off. Let's move to repair location. We'll come back and engage on this. Again, we've got 1 kill so far, whilst we've got 5 people chasing after us. There's the Inferno. Shit, I'm gonna go for the Inferno. Might damage it enough. Nah, it's turn around. Let's cut through. Let's drag away. Is this game even worth playing? It's up to you. It's your money, right? Also, Tomo, thank you very much for the raid, dude. Sorry I missed on that one. Ooh, interdicted. Alright, we'll bust through here. That's just NPCs. I can see, yeah. Man, I really wish I had repeaters. I'm half tempted to go all the way back to Grim Hex and refit. Just so I can beam down at longer range. Alright, let's quickly fix here. Welcoming everyone from the raid. How was your stream, dude? Appreciate that as well. Desync is definitely not helping me now. But what can I do, dude? You know? Everyone's in that situation. Really good? Nice. It shows you that you can deal against like 4 or 5 people at once and still get a kill and stuff like that. And after the advice has been, yeah, again, dude, like a lot of people, I'll open, because I'll say it on my channel here, if you guys are ever wanting to grow your streams, follow only mode is the biggest thing. I will never use follow only mode unless I'm doing a storyline game to avoid spoilers. But whenever I see people, even with like 100 viewers and they're forcing people to follow, just stop. Just stop doing that shit. There's no point. Best thing to do is let people come and interact with you, chat with you, and if they like your show, they follow. Don't force it for a conversation. And you see a lot of people doing it, you know. It's not just yourself. Oh, we actually had plenty HP. Cool. Yeah, again, a lot of settings get changed on Twitch and so forth.
Hydrogen fuel at 100%.
Come on. Now repair. A poor widget. There we go. Right, back we go. Will it shine in 3.18? No, not at all. 4.0? Possibly. But there's no flight changes until 4.0 or when they're adding in the mode trout, so you know what I mean? You're not getting any difference. Nice. Good to hear, Tomo, dude. Right, let's fucking dive down. We're gonna get missiled here. Because I can't fucking see the icon for Lorville, which is great. It's meant to be like right below us. Yeah, we're pretty fucking gone. Where is... Alright, there's Lorville, right? Okay, Edmund. Nom. Oof. Back to the world of fucking multiples. Hey, Yat, how you doing? No, it's not changing in 3.18. It is not. Right, let's see what we can get here. Let's get the active out. The Cartel and the 85X are our biggest problem. The Inferno, not. It can spam missiles, but they've got their pads blocked out. The Eclipse chased after us and fired 3 torps. Again, that's not a big issue. Change mode here. Let's dive down till we got the height. Obviously, we gotta watch that they don't have a ballista anymore, or like they brought out a ballista. But again, we're still alive. We're still doing our things. We're massively outnumbered. There's a Valkyrie. I'm picking up none of their fighters though. Oh no, they've landed in their Inferno. So the ship show is still on. I'm gonna rack up 7 flares just because I'm gonna go in and scout for ballista. I have a feeling we're gonna get ballista on this. Maybe not. They've all landed again for their little fucking ship show. It's funny, man.
Docking request received.
They're all back again. They're all still here, man. This is funny. I really need a big ship to come in and start bouldering ships out the armitage zone. I fucking hate this stuff. Kill them all? Oh, we got a seated. Let's drag this A5X. This A5X guy thinks he's fucking dope, right? Let's take it away. Let's lock down, because we wasted a few flares last time with bug missile play. Come on then. Go on 85X. Want me to bring a bulldozer? I need like an 890 to come in and just literally fucking lock down the pads, right? That's what I need. 2 890s would be great. One to lock down the pads, and then one to start pushing ships out the way. No, a Carrack won't push a crack. Ram the door on the Carrack, land on board, and take the ship. Could do, yeah. There's a lot, right? Yeah. Can you imagine if we had a fucking no hard armitage zone, right? And an A1, for example, and just come in and pepper dash them? Hey, how you doing, Ondo? Killing spree? It's a ship show. Ship show. I really wish I had repeaters because I'm dealing with a Cartoal and small fighters like the 85X. And it's nippy as fuck because I can't land my shots on it because it'll just go out of range. So this is definitely the situation where I wish I had repeaters over cannons. Just for the extra thing. Staggered works. I was trying it earlier on. It's missing a lot of shots. This server is very laggy on though as well. I had like 5 people chasing after me. Cartoal, 85X, Eclipse, Titan, and an Inferno. And there was a Gladius, but I killed the Gladius. And yeah, they're just fucking firing all missiles and just sort of flopping around a bit, so... Yeah, it's a lot of fun actually. If I had a wingman, we would have killed all 5 of them. It would have been beautiful. I don't need a wingman just now, because obviously it looks like they're sitting down, doing nothing. I mean, they're having a ship show, dude, right? There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Is that... Oh, it's a fucking beacon. Ugh. It's a beacon. The Cartoal is really squirmy as well. It's just doing 32G tricords and the pip just goes fucking nuts, man. Yeah, there seems to be a certain situation where flares just don't get missiles off you, and I don't think it's like a particular type. It's just they won't leave you. They don't get disengaged. Because I had the other day there when I was getting killed by the stock Avenger Titan whilst there was an arrow on me at the same time. The Titan fired 4 missiles and I couldn't flare them off and I just died, you know? That's cool, I don't mind that shit, you know. They got the Cutlass Red as well, but obviously you can't spawn in the Cutlass Red. The Cutlass Red has its door down. What about the Carrack? No. Carrack is literally just a spawn point. Maybe side EVA? I'm not detecting the fucking Inferno, so I think we're getting some despawns, maybe? Oh no, there they are. They're just camouflage. So Valkyrie, yeah, there's just so many assets down there that they're camouflaging each other. Even at 4K, that Titan and stuff, I can't pick up. FPS is so shit with all of this, though. Sorry if I missed any chat as well. I don't think I've missed much. If I missed anyone saying hello, guys, just do it again. Obviously, can't read chat whilst engaged. Looks like nobody is, so I think everyone, for whatever they're doing, is on the ground right now. Now I'm picking up the Valkyrie at long range, which is interesting. Oh. Oh, I know, dude. Imagine, that's what I was saying, if there was no hard armor to zone, I'd be like, somebody bring in an A1, please. Just come in low flying. Just bomb the whole fucking plex, right? It would be so hilarious. It would easily be about 10 kills, I think, as well. Because obviously when we arrived, there were people driving around on land vehicles and stuff. Well, there's not really much action, Ondo. It's just I can't engage because they're in an armistice zone, because for some reason CIG thinks that it still needs hard armistice zone areas. Also, we're in a bit of a fucking storm now as well. That would be a big bounty. It would be beautiful, man. That would be a job for the A1, though. An A1 would still be able to cluster that site, which would be dope. Drop all 10 bombs at once as a flyby? I hope that's the case, because they all have their individual doors. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? Why can't I target it? But it's blue! Oh, it's a Logovsky. Right, that's a Valkyrie gone. Oh man, have they just logged off? Oh no, I still got some detection. The Carrack. Oh no, the Valkyrie's there. Why did it teleport over there then? And only if we had repeaters. By the way, Anu, are you still there, dude? What fucking ESP do you use? Same with question for you, Ondo, as well. What ESP do you guys use for joysticks? Obviously, if you guys are using mouse and keyboards. Ooh, relevant. Default. Okay. Nova's howling. Man, really? That was all that they had in them. Was literally to gang up with 5-6 people, spam missiles, not really do much, force me off the field because of having to waste my fucking decoys because of this silly ass game. Ugh. Not even... It's like that day when me and Puppeteer were engaging people. I think it was Puppeteer. Love the red sky? Yeah, I'm half tempted to burn, since nothing's going on here. Tempted to burn up here to just see the night sky. Yeah, let's do that, so. They don't seem to want to play anymore. 116 and 04? You have your circle at 116? What? You have the circle at 116 and 04. Oh no, you can't go 04. How'd you get the 04? What would do 116? You have a guess? So that's what you're doing? Okay, now. Quickly just bust through the purple sky right now. Woo! Look at that! Now that is fucking sick. That is worthy of a screenshot. Yeah, sorry, 104. Really? That's how you have it. 116.04. That's like the tiniest fucking circle, man. That's what you have it. This one. 116 and 104. I'm interested to fucking try this now. I need to maybe not have multiple people. Man, look at that. That is... One thing I will say about Hurston is fucking hell. It is beautiful. Right. Let us warp away. We're gonna go and... Do I have enough fuel? Oh yeah, I do have enough fuel. Let's return. We're gonna come off the cannon build from now. I'm gonna go and get a quick fucking mission. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do the self-destruct trick, since I don't really care. We'll get across there faster. I don't want to leave the server just in case it's fun, so... Let's make it look like we're warping to Crusader. So this is a great trick to do, people, right? It shows you that you're warping to Crusader, and then the moment you're out of comm ray, because it can't detect you, watch this. This is the scummiest thing to ever do. And I don't do it that often, because I normally just leave the server. So your comm ray goes down, and then you fucking self-destruct, right? So they see you flying towards Crusader, right? And then you're magically already back at fucking yellow, man. It's so scummy. And this is what CIG need to stop with this shit. It shouldn't be where you go back to the place that you saved. It needs to be where you would wake up in like a medic bay that's near Hurston for criminals or something like that. This is what CIG have to incorporate. You know? But it is just, it's so stupid, man. So what we'll do is F1 as well as we climb out, because that will just instantly put our new location. And yeah, I think that's definitely, as much as I love the gank build with cannons, and it does a lot of damage, when you're overwhelmed by numbers, I need instant accuracy to beam down. And we just weren't able to achieve that even in Hurston, so it just... Oh, fuck. Can I not fucking get this off? Oof. Oh no, this looks scuffed as fuck. There we go. So definitely gonna put back our pan first so we get the extra range. If CIG changes ranges in 4.0, then it'll be a lot better, but yeah. That extra speed of just landing the shots was so important back then. That works for now, but when Death of is more mean, you won't want to show yourself like that. Oh yeah. Again, I only ever do these sort of things because it's alpha. I personally don't like any of this stuff. You do it because CIG gave you the option to be able to do it, right? I'm completely fine if they actually take away or make the game a lot harder and where you can't do any of it. I hate, you know, and again, I openly admit it. We use it all the time. We always go to menu and swap server and somebody else bounty hunting might be chasing after you and stuff. Me, it's good because of course you have to get used to some of the especially bad pips. Yeah, I'm gonna have a wee shot of it, dude. I'm interested. I'm always down for testing people's settings out. Obviously, I'll go back to, like, I'm not gonna spend too long, but if I can see, like, the reasons why, but this one's very interesting, because that's a very small circle and a very low damp, which means pretty much you're rolling with no ESP anyway, only for, like, a flick shot, I would imagine. So you're pretty much trained in no ESP, and you're just literally using the tiny amount of ESP to flick shot. I really look forward to Devil Spaceman, but they have so much work and bugs to deal with. I know. It's why, again, like, if CIG can get rid of the cheese, for the future of Star Citizen, then yeah. You know what I mean? Just do this back again. See, that's something I was half tempted to actually do in 3.18 Anu, is fly with no ESP. Because, right, look at it this way. Imagine if you could get really good with no ESP, and then when they actually fix ESP, you turn it back on, right? So you go from this god tier aim of nothing holding you back, it's all down to your own muscle memory and reactions, and then you get a tiny bit of assist involved in it. That would be scary to deal against. But it's a lot of work to take away ESP. Me and the guys have had fights in the past where we go lag pip, ESP off, no shields, and it's incredibly difficult. You did in the past, yeah.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle
This is
Retrieval
now in.
System.
There we go. 15
Please
seconds.
visit us again. Goodbye.
I kind of wish I had bought 2 red skins for the saber at the time. Alright, we're gonna change this. Iron furs. Get these back on, because I don't have any other repeaters. And I don't like the lag stars, aka neutron repeaters. I like the look of them. I like the sound they make. I like the visuals.
Welcome to the ASOP.
But fucking me, the lag is just dreadful.
Vehicle selected.
Also 5-day hype for Nova? Yeah. It's gonna be a long day on Saturday. Saturday's show may end up also in the evening. We'll just see how it goes, right? But yeah, I'm looking forward to the trip. I'm not looking forward to the return trip because it's a long way to go with a pup. So there'll be many stops. So again, the idea is I'm going to try and stream like 9:30 to 10:30. Maybe I might just do 10 to 10:30 and just have a chat with you guys. Like a little 30-minute stream. And then get on the way, because instead of arriving at 3 o'clock, I want to arrive at 1 o'clock, because when I came back on last Wednesday, I didn't get in until 7 or 8 at night, and that's just, it's not good for a pup, right? So if I could try and get in for 5, 6, that would be so much better for it. Because again, we're going to be dealing with a pup for the first time taken away from its mother, and it's got to travel fucking 300 miles, you know? That's a lot to ask of a pup. But we'll see. We'll see what its metal is like. Alright, I want to do a wee... Let's have a look here. Do this. Can I get a wee cheeky fucking... 9K, please. That would be dope, right? We got blood for blood. I need to find an NPC. How am I gonna find an NPC, chat? Maybe SBK? SBK, I think, is going to be the best thing. This is where, again, I keep mentioning this. CIG need to make a place where you can just go to and kill NPCs for a low amount of money. Even if you're crime red, right? Just a place. There's no missions to go there. There's no fucking bonuses. Just every time you kill an NPC, you get like 1,000 UEC or something like that. 500 UEC, whatever the fuck, right? But just somewhere to go and test some fucking weapons. And I don't want to do it in Arena Commander, because Arena Commander's frames are so much better and higher that I'll get a false reading on it. No, I've already got crime stat, Zaman. I'm looking at, I need to shoot an NPC just to test this. It would be so good. A location to go to, cheap NPCs to kill, red, blues can get involved. It would actually become a war zone as well. But where you can test things out in the PU. Because again, I just hate testing out in Arena Commander. It never gives me an accurate feel of it. Alright, give me an NPC. This place will be a war zone. In 318. But again, it's space combat. Oh my god, tricard! Woo! I'm up to 600 meters a second! right back. Let's just do it in a live environment. Screw it. Trial by fire, right? Oh, is it 16? Alright, that makes a little bit more sense than did. So you're 16. I'm gonna say, man, holy shit. I was about to go in a war zone with it at 1.16. And 104. Right, let's try this. I got it 1602. I can't get any closer because for some reason CIG decided it would be interesting to make it where trying to, like, there's no arrows on the left and right of these bars for whatever reason, so trying to get, like... Right, let's put the DPI down on the mouse. Drag it over. I'll have to just go with that, right? We counter work. No, I guess 105. There we go. Let's try 105, and it would be 16 if I get out of it. Yeah, it's all good, dude. I know. Imagine an option system that you could enter your own values. Oh my god! It's almost like we don't have other games that do that, right? Because that's a big thing. That whenever CIG decide to do an upgrade to options, whenever they decide to do it, I really, really hope that, yeah, just somebody spends a little bit more time with those sort of things, you know? I slide it, I know it's so bad. What annoys me is because I feel it's lazy because you've got the arrows at the side here, right? And then they didn't even, you know what I mean? They didn't put the arrows on this to get like fine movement. Or make it where like you can press shift and roll the mouse or something. It just drives me nuts, man. So bad. Options for Star Citizen have been like this for like 3-4 years though. They're just bad. Let's try scan. So if I click here, no, there's nothing. Actually, if you press down arrow, it takes it away. Right, DPI down. Why does it jump from 1599 to 1606, 02? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. I'll do it in the XML file there. That would be something on the roadmap I would actually be super excited about. That would be a hype thing for me if it said in 4.0 we're going to upgrade the options in our game. It's like, oh, thank God. Because it's dreadful. It really is bad. No, I know you won't feel a difference, but I'll still XML it because I like to round off numbers. Mmm. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Taste the rainbow. Man, I'm so glad Anu actually said 16, not 1.16. Could you imagine if I had gone into battle with like the tiniest circle? Oh my god. That would have been like, oh, how the fuck does he play with this, you know? Oh. NPC? An NPC? NPC? No? Oh, what the fuck? Ooh, salvage? I guess you would be able to salvage this, right? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's a Connie. Juicy. Oh, well, again, I would be fine with the cops, because again, into just something to shoot at. I think what I'm gonna do is go to a location right now. So let's do. Oh! What's this? A retaliator! You've got to be shitting me. Ah, fuck it. Whatever. Let's go to theaters. Really? Okay, let's try it. I can only get $15.99 though, but I guess that's the circle's not going to be much more off that. But obviously, yeah, the dampening has a sort of thing. I'll try it, but everything in my bones says put it to 0.5. Give me an NPC. Nothing changed, right? I'll still round it off though. XML for the win. Oh my god, bingo! What do we have here? A Teton! Could be a mask bouncer though. Titan's a good ship to bounce masks. Little rock there. Oh, it's taken off. Fucking gracious. Lovely. That's it. That was nice. Let's move to the side. Obviously it's not somebody in combat, but I didn't have to press much to actually get on it. Interesting. We will try this out. I didn't have to move my right joystick that much, which was very nice. Or I should say it's dampening down and stuff. Again, it's amazing how just like, you can build muscle memory around things, but sometimes if CIG scuffs something, having just a little bit of a setting here and there can make a big difference. That's why it annoys me with mouse, right? Because mouse doesn't use ESP. So you just always have this godly beam aim right now. And everyone thinks, oh, mouse and keyboard is at a disadvantage. Is it? Fuck. Joystick is actually at a disadvantage right now. No, Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sketch. Yeah, sorry. My brain couldn't see the stick in between mouse. Yeah, mouse, stick, and pedals is definitely the strongest setup by far right now. It's nuts, man. You get the crazy movement, the beaming aim, and you just add roll to your pedals, and fucking away you go, right? Will it make us better pilots? I don't know, man. I'm a caveman. I'm the same way. So I look at it this way, right? This is gonna sound really fucking strange. I would generally, because of how much I do flying and stuff like that, for me, I would be better, even with the broken ass system, with a joystick than I would be a mouse. Because I'm okay with like playing FPS games and stuff like that. Nothing too impressive. So I genuinely would believe that if I was with how I am with mouse and joystick I would obviously be better up with it. And obviously there's that immersion in it, you know what I mean? But if I was actually semi-decent at FPS shooters, I probably would do left joystick, mouse, and pedals for roll, and it would be solid, man. Well enough, actually people did used to use 3D track wheels or 3D mouse earlier versions when you could move in every direction at the same speed, and it worked quite well, Skylum, actually. Nah, Ando, alright, I'm just gonna stop you right there, dude. Like, literally every time I speak to somebody who uses a mouse, they know that it beams down. You know when you're versing somebody who's a mouse user compared to a joystick user, alright? It does. Like, the advantage you get with mouse is disgustingly over joystick, dude. Because ESP is fucking scuffed in the game, and mouse isn't. That's the difference. Mouse has a huge advantage on aim right now in Star Citizen. It doesn't have it for movement, but who the fuck cares when the whole game is just look at each other and beam? Again, that's you trying to justify what we're talking about, Ondo, right? You're trying to justify what I'm saying. And that's not what we were even talking about to begin with. You're looking at it from a pro level. You know what I mean? Best aimer in the game with joysticks. We're not talking about that, dude. That's you trying to justify what we're doing. Or we're talking about. We never mentioned other, like, players' skill level and stuff like that. Said it's much easier. And you actually can beam down your targets than joystick is, because ESP is scuffed. I don't give a shit about somebody that sweats out an arena commander, dude. That's irrelevant in any information of this game. Nobody cares about arena commander pilots, just an FYI. So I don't give a shit about who's the best pilot, who's got the best aim, what peripheral they fucking use. I'm talking about general use. And it's always general use. And right now, the best peripheral system to use is left joystick, mouse, and pedals. flew the prequel of SC Freelancer when we could only fly mouse and keyboard. It was fun and good, but I wanted joysticks by then. There's other games like that, you know what I mean? Like PlanetSide 2 forces you to kind of use like mouse and keyboard to fly. But you can do like crazy stuff to set up with joysticks. It's just such a fucking hassle, right? I knew a few people that would actually do it that method, but it's just easier to just jump into keyboard and mouse. Exactly, Hellfire. Exactly. That's the attitude with most people, right? And that's the way to look at it. When they build the game where it's very easy to get into with mouse and keyboard, why would you ever spend loads of money on joysticks? The only time you do it is for immersion. That's it. Because it doesn't give you advantage one bit. In the current system, anyway. The only thing that joysticks or pedals and stuff that is really good for is the roll in this game. That's it. Yeah, I know, yeah. Reaver? Oh yeah, Reaver, yeah. I tried to get into flying in PS2. I found PS1 was a lot easier to fly, personally. But I did spend more time in my Peregrine than anything else. So I literally mained in PS1 Peregrine Pilot. Well, that's the thing, eh, Ondo? Like, I mean, you just bought joysticks and you had to order 10 springs or whatever they gave you. Like, you know, it's just... until Star Citizen actually sorts out ESP and joystick use, joystick is only good for, like, navigating around objects at a more analog, easier pace. But when it comes to combat, sadly, there's just not much of a difference in like what you'll get out of it. Yes, obviously if you go to the end of the scale and you see pros and stuff like that, but we're just looking at right in the middle of somebody who plays Star Citizen. It's just so much easier and more effective to pick up a nice keyboard and mouse, and that's the fucking done deal with it, right? You don't need clamps, you don't need desk mounts, you don't need fucking all this stuff. It's great for immersion, right? But it's super expensive. And you don't really get much out of it. And when you're playing a game like DCS World, well, of course, that's a different way. When you play a simulator, you want to have joysticks, right? Or a yoke or something like that, depending on what game you're playing. Mouse and keyboard just never works in an actual simulator. But Star Citizen will never be a simulator, so why spend lots of money on it, you know? I don't think so, actually, Ondo. I generally believe that when we get aerodynamics and more things in it, you'll find that you don't actually move your joysticks around as much as you think you're going to. Because you can't overstrafe, you can't trichord multiply without sorting out the damper and stuff like that. No, again, I feel that you're going to find that you'll move your movement down to a more linear way. Because they want it to be dogfighting, and dogfighting is not doing this, right? And spinning around and doing all this shit. They want it where you're more spending time coming in slowly on certain angles to outfly somebody, not over afterburning stuff. And this is where you can speculate all people want for 4.0, but they've always said they want this to be a World War II dogfighting game. And the simplest way to do that is nerf the shit out of 6 DOF. Allow 6 DOF, but just make it where you don't fly 6 DOF. You're more flying with 3 DOF. And I think that's what we will end up with in the game. And then when you go into atmosphere, you'll have drag to deal with. And that's the only difference. Speeds will be the same, but in atmosphere you have to deal with drag. And that's it. Or trying to create more uplift, basically, from higher energy. I generally don't think you'll break as many springs as you think you will. Movement is very, very slow in atmosphere. Right now on like Hurston and stuff like that. And I don't think it's going to be as movement as people think in space. Again, when you take away tricording and you take away backstrafing, you take away the ability to go up and down fast, left and right fast. Obviously this is going through the history of the game, not just what we have right now to this, that's not what I'm talking about. But through the history of the game, they're going down to where your main engine is going to be effective. Now, if you remember when the Ares came out, in PTU, we had 40 Gs going forward. That's how it's going to feel, by the way. You're going to have high acceleration going forward, and then your turns are going to be more sluggish, and you've got to prepare your turns better. Keep your high energy up for certain things. That's all it is. You just have to learn to dogfight, not just strafe war each other. Strafe wars are gone in 4.0. I can guarantee you that. You're going to have to actually outturn people again, like it used to be. Yaw or on the pull up? Again, it depends on what you mean with that. Are you talking about space or are you talking about an atmosphere? Because right now, this is like me yaw and pitching at the same time to create a fast spin. Whilst, look at my speed, right? 200 meters a second, we're doing a spin here. But then the moment I try and go forward, we lose our energy, you know? The two circle fights, yeah, you will most likely in Star Citizen, in space, and in atmosphere, you'll have to incorporate 1 and 2 circle fighting in the new Star Citizen. I'm pretty guaranteed saying on that, because if they're making it where your primary thruster is the strongest one, you're going to have to incorporate these circles. Because when you're close range, even weaker strafes, yeah, but again, dude, you've got a main thruster that out pushes your strafing thrusters. So unless you push forward, you don't push forward when you strafe, you're dampening. They literally said you are dampened when you do these movements. The only one that doesn't have a dampening effect is going forward. Again, this is where I come back to it. You're going to be fighting more 3 DOF than 6 DOF. 6 DOF is a minor thing in the game now with what they were talking about with their changes. And that's all people have to change their ways. Stop thinking that you're going to outstrafe people. You're not. You're going to have to outturn people, not outstrafe them. This whole looking at each other gameplay is gone. If your main engine is more powerful, because you don't have the ability to pull back in the sphere. That's what we have right now. You push and you pull because you have this ability to go backwards, and then your strafes and stuff like that. This is what this gameplay is, in this fucking sphere of where we move. This goes in 4.0 if you only have one primary engine that pushes you around at high Gs. If everything else is less powerful, you are going to basically drift around. Don't talk shit, man. Then that just literally says, how do fucking fighter pilots do it then, Ondo? Right? When you say too strong for us, nobody will be able to get in position. How the fuck do we dogfight through World War I, II, and modern day then? Because that's all it is a primary thrust. Oh, going the wrong way. Maybe interesting find. I need to pop this bad boy on. See where I'm at. There we go. Got a mover coming in here. Again, you don't need strafes to fight people in a fucking dogfighting game. And you don't need it in a 6DUF game. You just give people the ability to side strafe, go backwards a little bit, but just use your primary vector and just turn around like this. You don't need to be fucking 180 spinning, backstrafe, Tokyo drifting, listening to fucking Fast and the Furious 6 at the same time. That's all CIG are trying to change with it. Oh, he's dived down actually. No, he's gone off grid. Where are you? The lights on down there? No fucking way. Oh, it is lights. Possible? I got no detection, but I do have lights. I'm gonna rack for blister protection just in case. Something's here. Oh, it's a Spartan. Also a Spartan in the air. What the fuck? Oh, there's a fucking brick. Or like a building in between it. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's something else. Fuck, there's like so much here and I can't target it. Like here. Look at this shit, I can't fucking target it. There we go. That gets that out of the way. Man, that Spartan just does not take damage. Better watch it don't get railgunned here. Also possible. No, it's not moving. There we go. Alright. That gets that one sorted. A new version of Camera Hub. No, you can just wait. Jesus, fuck. War Thunder is a good game to learn into the idea of movement. Like, literally, watch a War Thunder video, right? And it's very arcadey, but you can go into hardcore mode, but it will give you an understanding of how we're going to be moving around more. When the main engine pushes you and you've got smaller strafing, it takes away the idea of strafe wars and in-sphere fighting. You become more where you're not orbiting around somebody, but more out-turning somebody. Which means that you can always stay on their backside and they can never get out of it unless they do something to do it on though. But not where you have to be some sort of fucking... Oh shit. Let's pay attention here, boys. I'm gonna shut this down. You got a razor. They're still doing shit here, man. Look at this. I got targeted by something that doesn't have a pilot, and man, unless there's a gunner, right? Carrick's taking off. Maybe they're done, who knows? Carrick's got his door open. Wasting my time chasing the Carrick. Oh, there's a vehicle over here. There's another one there. Another one there. Clean up all these vehicles. I don't know what this is, man. Oh, a fucking ballista. Told you. You know, with a ballista, long as you actually just shoot on the turret here, like that, you can stop it turning to fire on you. Also, if you're watching a ballista move, you can just shoot here and take off the fucking wheels, right? See, there's a wheel. So it wouldn't be able to move now. And again, when you're playing with ballistas, just shoot the turret, not the main body, and you can actually stop them from firing their torps and turning it. It's funny when they fucking panic around that shit. Fucking crazy how much it takes, right? Oh, there's another light over here. More lights, chat. More lights. What's this one? Fucking AA. God, I can't even fucking target, man. Can't even hit it. It's under a rock? What the fuck? I bet you that would be able to fire on me, right? See you and chill. You can just literally pay for free to test out. I've been tempted to jump into War Thunder because it's fresh just playing it, but it's just like, How long have we been on for, guys? Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. I've got the fucking thing up here, right? Oh, we had an hour and a half. Shit. Shit, chat. I'm over my time. Go. I don't know. Oh, wait. Contact. Gypsy danger. It's an ion. Wee-oo. Let's go for fucking target engines on this. Engaging on. Fox free out. Shoop the whoop. I'm a firing my laser. Clap, clap, clap. And we're gonna slot right in behind, cause, well, it overshot its fucking turn. Let's see if Anu's settings are any good. I seem to be holding alright on this. It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna totally outfire you. And full charge. Whoop. Speed. I did. Was in the wrong ship though. Yeah, that actually felt not bad. Hydrogen fuel. 50%. Contact. Oh shit, I meant to be leaving. What am I fucking doing? Meant to be leaving. Yeah, but you gotta grind the F-14 is a bit, you know, crazy. Again, I generally say this with the, not to disrespect a lot of people, but everyone who is used to outstrafing people will have to change their ways in out-pushing people. And actually getting into 1 and 2 circle fights, which means that CIG will have to change the way weapons work. Instead of having this beam ability, it will be very much like free DOF dogfighting with high damaging weapons, low range. This is where I personally think it's going to end up. And it will be where you only ever use your side strafes and stuff like that just to navigate around things, and that's it. Because again, for dogfighting and stuff like that, or the side strafes will basically act like your, you know, wings, flaps, all these sort of things in space. That's the idea of it. You'll be able to go up and down, left and right, but they're going to be very weak and they're only used for turning. So when you're approaching somebody, you're going to save your afterburner for a push like this. and this will be more of how you fight, and then pulling away, get back into the circle, right behind them again, beam, 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 pulling away, not just, unless you can sit right behind, you're gonna have to spend a little bit more time flying around, not just this FPS wiggle wiggle kind of system, right? That's how much it will change with this system. Because if your strafes have a dampener to them, which means you can only strafe in one direction, right? And it requires you to be a little bit more precise when you're on your way back, it will change things. Always never going to be, you are, dude, again, fuck's sake, dude. We literally had it before 3.0 Undo, where you could sit behind somebody and they couldn't do shit, and this is when all the thrusters were moving at the same time, at the same speed. And you go into atmosphere and you can literally sit behind somebody, because the moment they start backstrafing and stuff, that is where this will be from the system, you know? And atmosphere right now is simulated drag through thruster placement, right? So there's no atmosphere effects in, again, dude, again, there's no atmosphere effects in atmosphere in Star Citizen. It's a dampening effect on your movement. They just put atmosphere, what we have in atmosphere right now, into space, and there's how it's going to fly. Because you're already dampened. And then they add in actually air effects, and you get even more dampened in the new atmosphere. That's all it's going to be. That's why I keep saying to people to fight in Hurston, because it's faked. There's no atmosphere in Star Citizen one bit right now. It's all faked around how your thrusters are. So when they talk about engines being dampened, side thrusters and stuff like that, that's what we have right now in atmosphere. That's what it's going to be like in space. In Star Citizen 4.0, you are going to be dampened. So when you're behind somebody right now in atmosphere, this is how it will be for space. You will approach its speed, get into your merges, and the person, unless they're a fucking whiz kid in working these things out, you will sit behind and there's not a goddamn thing they can do. The dampening is no, it's they literally said it's dampening when you move in a direction, dude. Go back and look at the video. They literally said it dampens when your movement. So if you move fast in one direction, you are dampened, you can't come back. Or turn around and try and do the upstrafing nonsense called cutting right now, where people cut up, roll, cut down, and it throws you off. I've got videos of people that literally do it. Anu, in chat. Literally does it. You see him in fighting Avenger 1. He cuts. Avenger 1's here. This is Anu. He flies up. He cuts down, cuts like that. And Avenger 1's just like that. Can't deal with it, you know? And that's what they're trying to replace. They don't want it where it's an FPS shooter. So again, if you take what we have right now in hard atmosphere, or even Daymar, for example, that is how it will feel in space, because they're adding in the dampening effect to, if you move fast in one way, you are in the dampening zone where it's going to require way more to pull back to get into position. So you're going to do very light movements, or you get hit by dampen. So there's going to be no fucking jerking around nonsense, 32 fucking G car to alls and all that shit that break the game, where the calculations can't work. You're going to have to do more finer movement and navigate around. So you're not going to wiggle your pip. There's going to be no wiggling of pip or manipulating your pip. The manipulation is you not being in the crosshair. That's what they want. They want you to dogfight where the only way you survive is not being in the crosshair. Not wiggling it out of position. So you can sit in front of somebody and just do this shit where they're like, oh, and then throw them off and you go underneath like that. That goes out the window completely. Because again, everything will be dampening down. You're not going as fast as you think you are going to be. And they will speed it up through visuals. Again, let's show you here, right? Because before I go, I can hold a bit more time. Thingy Bob posted a video the other day there. It was in Arena Commander, right? I literally watching it. Yeah, watch this, right? Let's go back to the screen. Watch this. So this is dogfighting. This is dogfighting when we could move in every direction at high speed. But look at that, only 300 meters a second. Look how your circle's strafing, right? Strafing to the right or strafing to the left. And you're not really doing anything. Now see the other person go up there. They're in an arc to come round. Okay? So this is when everyone could move at exactly the same speed. And we're only doing 150 meters a second. And then literally turn after burning 300, 400, which is what we got, and then you're back to SEM speed. Because again, we had an energy bar up here that would deplete. Of course it looks bad, dude. Of course it looks bad, because it's just strafe wars. The problem is we've gone from strafe wars, hardcore strafe wars, right? To what we have right now, where they tried to make it where you had more thrust going forward, right? To do the cuts. But the problem is the fucking pip system goes scuffy, right? So imagine what we have right now. The difference is that you can't strafe at hardcore speeds and then strafe back into it, right? You have to be like, I can go hardcore, but I'm going to be now on the dampening effect, like what we get in atmosphere, and you've got to come back. But you're going to have so much more push, dude. They said they're going to up the push on all ships. So if you imagine you're coming in onto a fight, you're going to the merge, you're shooting at each other, but more importantly, you're wanting to go past somebody, and then you're wanting to go vertical. So whilst they're going horizontal and slowing down, you're going up fucking high speed, pushing and around, and whilst they turn around going where the fuck the person is, you're coming up behind and you're in the slot, right? And the moment that you're here, there's not a goddamn thing this person can do unless they can pull some serious fucking 1 circle, 2 circle fighting. And that's what you're going to get from this model. Because again, you're going to have so much push that you'll be doing literally what we have in atmosphere right now, is where you curve round, and instead of it being strafe wars, you're more curving, drifting, basically. Because you're all in the main engine, but you've got the side thrusters turning you. So instead of literally this gameplay, where you're looking at each other, or like what some people do, they cut and they get underneath and then they dominate, all that stuff. But the majority of Star Citizen right now is this sphere gameplay, right? That's worse than I meant. Again, you've got to try it. Go and play like War Thunder, or get into some DCS world where it's just dogfighting with guns only, not missiles, and you'll see what I mean, how much fun it's going to be. Now imagine you take that 3 DOF movement, you add it into a 6 DOF sphere, and instead of you facing and circling around like this, you know what I mean? Yeah, again, the atmosphere we have right now will turn into the space combat that we have right now, because again, atmosphere is not, it's simulated through engine movement, not actually aerodynamics. So what you have for atmosphere combat right now is not how atmosphere combat is even in a 6 DOF movement. It's all dampening around engines. So if you like atmosphere combat right now, you'll love space in the future, because it's the same fucking thing. The difference is, you in atmosphere combat in this new system, you'll stall out and you will literally go into a flat spin, because you won't have any momentum to keep carrying you forward, because your little pathetic thrusters won't carry you. Only the air will. Then I will hate... Well, then just give up the game, dude, and walk away. Save yourself some money, right? Because this is how it's going to be. You know? Today's atmosphere is horrible. It's not horrible at all, dude. It's just dampen. That's all it is. It's space dampened down, and that's why it works. Because it works. You don't have any weird shit and all that stuff. So, this is what you have when you allow every thruster to fucking move at the same time, and it looks so shit. There's no dogfighting. It's literally what we've got now, even worse, because you're just strafing around all that stuff. Yeah, because it's, again, it's not real atmosphere effect. The triangle's the pip on this Duker. It's this one here. Triangle. You aim at the triangle. And all you had to do was get it in, like, you've got a hidden circle, and all you had to do was in there. You actually saw the ESP circle back then, which was really cool. But yeah, there's combat right there for you if we're still playing Star Citizen before 3.0. But then everyone freaked out about it and stuff like that. I mean, you could, yeah, triple third, right? You could. But they don't want it. Like, the problem is that when you allow people to backstrafe, you end up with pros still in the sphere combat, and that's what they want to remove. They don't want it where people are fighting in this element of combat, nose to nose fighting, because then it is, eventually down the line, it is who has more tank wins, right? Or more DPS. And that's not really what they want out of a dogfighting game. Again, they keep saying dogfighting. And dogfighting is not fucking two tanks slugging matches at you. You know what I mean? I know, that would be realistic, triple the third. But it doesn't work in a video game, right? It doesn't work in a video game. Because the moment that you do it, you end up with what we just saw in that video there. It just looks this fucking turret mode. You basically become a turret. Like if we had full-blown simulation space, it would just be turret combat. That's it. And none of these fighters make any sense then, because you would just have a fucking box that moves around in 60 OF with turrets on all fucking position. That would be modern day space combat, right? There's no need to be in an actual fighter. You would just be in a cube that moves in all directions. With guns in all directions. Also, thank you very much for the follow, dude. And CIG keep advertising this as going to be a World War II. They want the Star Wars combat in Star Citizen. Yeah, triple. It's all a lie, dude. It's all fucking memes. That's not how space works. I know you're just joking. But yeah, you know what I mean. Everyone has this idea of the CIG want it to be literally like Star Wars, Star Trek, fucking Top Gun in space. And to do that, you have to eliminate the ability to move fast in any direction in space. And if people don't like that, find another game, because this is where it's going to get even worse in the future for people with that mentality. They want it to be in a certain way. They don't want it anymore because the game can't calculate it. And it's why, again, you move so slow in Elite Dangerous. The faster it goes, there's nothing that keeps up, you know? So what you have in a dampening effect, right? Dampening effect in atmosphere right now is probably what you'll see in Star Citizen in the future, because they talk about dampening, in space in the future of Star Citizen, because they talk about the dampening effect, and you have the dampening effect in atmosphere right now. You don't have actual natural aerodynamics and atmosphere effects and stuff. It's all, they just change the way your engines can actually thrust. They change it through the G system, basically. I think light fighters in the future are pretty done, to be honest, triple the third. Unless you're somebody that really understands how to outmaneuver gunfire, right? So if you're somebody that can't do it, you'll go into a medium fighter to be a little bit tankier or heavier and stuff like that. But then obviously down the line, you start going into the weird situation where the heavier the ship you go, the more expensive it's going to be, the more people that you really want to be with you and stuff like that, you know? 16 ads per hour and a donago. You seem to have a very dark history. Well then, leave the channel then, Eerie. But thank you very much for the 16 ads watched. If you don't like ads, you can leave my channel. But, you know, when you post something like that, right? It's irrelevant. What I do with my money, I don't question your money, right? You know what I mean? Especially as you're not following the channel either. So you're just coming in to troll. So let's just make it easier on you, right? Goodbye. You worry about your own money, I'll worry about my money, right? The current space combat in SE is so to exploit the terrible IFC based on abusing secondary thrusters. I hope this change with the new mode system. It should do, to a certain degree. Again, everything's a lot of speculation, right? High-speed dogfighting sucks ass, but speed should be for blockade runners. I completely agree, Gekka. Completely agree. But we don't need it where you fucking, you know, you can spin around to run. All they need to do is just make it where your SCM speed is a lot faster in the forward movement for a blockade runner or a smuggler, right? You don't need it to where you're literally doing fucking Gundam, you know, strapping yourself into the back of your head, fucking flying around like Narnia fighters, you know? And that's the cool thing with this new system. They actually allow it to make it where, like, a blockade runner can be fast in the forward movement. And I'm totally down for that. Because, like, when if a fighter maybe moves at 300, maybe, like, the bonus is you accelerate faster in the Mercury Star Runner. We don't know. Bigger engines, more power? Depends where they go with it. At most, they can dance with a heavy fighter if they're a better pilot. Yeah, exactly. Again, this opens up way more options for people. It's just, unfortunately, and the conversation we have, me and Ondo, is I'm not having like an argument with Ondo about this. We're just debating these things. You know, he wants it one way, I want it another way. CIG are going to put it somewhere in the middle of what we both want, and we both will have to accept it or we'll have to stop playing the game. You know, that's the choices that you will have to make as a backer. Eventually down the line, CIG will just tell us to shut the fuck up and play the game. So, whilst we're speculating and theory crafting and stuff, what Ondo wants, what I want, if we got something in the middle, everyone can kind of agree on that. And I think that's what we should be hopefully wanting CIG to focus on, right? I want a verse full of prisons. I would actually want more prisons. I hope there's a prison in Pyro, and it's like Riddick on a lava planet kind of thing, Anu, or like on a moon that's right beside the star, and you only have like 30 minutes to escape, and then you have to wait a full day cycle before you can try again. I would love a maximum security prison where you have to escape within a certain window, or you have to sit there for a fucking another hour as it cycles around. That would be dope, man. Very bad criminals like, yeah, dude, it would be sick. It would be awesome gameplay. Especially because you don't integrate the most basic physics in Zero G. Yeah, very true, yeah. Well, but we're going massively off topic with that one, Genka, but again, that's another one I would completely agree upon. There's not enough, right? Not enough cop robbers stuff. You can't really rob stuff. It would be cool to like rob a bank or rob an outpost or something like that, you know? Yeah, and more risk versus reward. It will come though, but again, I genuinely believe that the way that they're advertising the 4.0 flight system is it literally takes away the crap that we have in the game right now. And it adds more cool things. So again, the forward thrust, they're putting the G's up, the speed on that. Most ships will go from their standard SEM of like 199, 200 to maybe 300. We don't know, it might even be 400. We don't know where they're going to put SEM. That's the big factor of it right now. We can only stipulate or speculate on what we have information-wise right now. And it's not going to be the same. Because it doesn't work in that new system. What I miss? Oh, we're just rounding things up just now, reformed. I'm well over my time as I'm heading out to do things. But we're having a really good conversation, and I didn't want to just end it on as, like, bye, you know? Again, we'll have this conversation over and over again until we actually get more details on 4.0. But I think everyone just needs to remember, just take it, you know? Don't fight it too much, because again, if we fight and stuff like that, yeah, we're screwed. Alright, I know who I'm saying to. The lovely Cyborg Angel, we're gonna raid to. She's a wonderful lady, very, very derpy. She's just been away doing some video stuff. She's playing a Plague Tale, which is voiced by Anna, who is Miss Babbage for us. And right now she's just ranting and doing shit and stuff. Awesome lady. Please join in the raid. Spam whatever you want in chat, just as long as it's not offensive. And yeah, enjoy our show, guys. I'll be back on tomorrow, hopefully for some more fighting, because obviously today was pretty solid. Shame I just didn't have the right weaponry systems on at the same time and stuff. Yeah, Anna is actually a voice in this game, Skylum, which is awesome. But yeah, thank you very much for being here, guys. Anu, Skylum, Jedi Menace, Dukers, Gekka, Triple Third, thank you very much again for the follow. Pickernick Matt, Reformed, everyone, KLB, catch you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Exclamation mark Nova. Enjoy Cyber Angel's stream, guys. She does play Star Citizen, but it has been 2 years. Take care, guys.